International Stadium in this second semi-final, second leg of the semi-final, I should say. It's Indonesia 1, Singapore 1. As Romalian gets us going. And Roshan, did you think at any time in the break that perhaps Singapore might look to bring on another central defender to keep the 5? Or do you think this is fine now to go with the 4?
I think it's fine now, because if you talk about bringing another central defender, then you're taking away someone from that midfield. And I think with the benefit of having Haris in that side, as you said, he's got the ability to play in midfield and play in defense. So, you know, it's not such a big issue at the moment. Now they just dropped into that back 4, him alongside Irfan. And look, I said not a big issue. Playing with 10 men is a big issue. What I meant was in terms of the personnel available to you on the pitch now. With Haris Harun in there, he's a reliable presence in the center of that defense.
Of course, each side can make up to 5 substitutions in the 90 minutes. Well, we're getting confirmation about the reason behind that second yellow card. It was Safwan apparently striking risky. That is the official reason being given. Roshan, your thoughts?
And I'm telling you, that's all the referee saw. His back was turned, and when he sort of turned around to have another look, someone must have shouted something, because he turned around and he had a look, and that's what he saw. He saw Safwan swinging an arm out, and that's why he's made that decision.
You could argue, though, you can't be swinging anyway, can you?
You can't, but if someone's pulling you and tugging at you in those situations, you're trying to shake him off.
I don't think it was
and I'm interested to know why Risky got away with it.
Nothing at all, yeah. Didn't see that at all, did he? Here's Witan Sulaiman. Remember, Singapore was stretched almost to the limit, weren't they, at times in that first half with 11 men. How will they cope in the second half with 10? Asnawi, Norada. Touch on there from Hamid Shine back to Norada, who was fouled.
Well, this is going to be the story of the second 45. It's going to be a case of Indonesia having a lot of possession, Singapore sitting deep, trying to keep the discipline, slowing it down whenever they can.
The old cliche, playing for penalties. long way to go for that, of course, because there's 45 minutes and then half an hour of extra time before we even get there. Irfan there cuts out that ball. Here's Norada. Looking for Song Wei-yong, who's got that all-important goal for Singapore. That pass doesn't quite get to him from Hamid. So I asked you, Roshan, the dilemma. Would you rather Singapore have 11 men and still be 0-0, or 10 and the goal? As we see Asnawi. Witan with a nice little back pass and a big shot for Kambuaya. Folded arms there from Shin Tae-yong, who was fired up at the end of that first half.
Everyone was. I think both benches those are coming together. Wonderful work from Witan again. Such intelligent play from the Indonesian number 8. Expect a bit more control on that shot from Kambuaya. There was plenty of time for him to set himself, apply the right sort of technique. Completely mishits that.
Here's Norada. waiting for that touch, wasn't he? From Witan. Cleverly done. Witan Sulaiman, absolutely superb in that first half. Given away by Shadan. A lovely touch up on Kambuaya. Here comes Witan Sulaiman, bearing down a goal. And the pass too far away from Ezra Walian. Simple crowd. You can hear the frustrations around the stadium. Not happy what they saw at the end of that first half, despite getting that equalising goal. Kambuaya. Now Ezra Walian. Another good start to this half, isn't it, from Indonesia?
Yeah, the pressure's on, and doing absolutely the right things, this Indonesian side. Wonderful bit of skill. It was Kambuaya, wasn't it, with that flick in behind for Witan. From Singapore's perspective, unfortunately, Witan just couldn't find one of his teammates in the box. He had 3 Indonesian players in there to aim for. But from Singapore's perspective, got to do a lot better in possession of the ball. No, there's a disadvantage here, but they can't lose it in the middle of the pitch in those situations. It becomes very difficult, very tricky to deal with.
Here's Noradam. Great control from him. Indonesia are looking to make a change here, by the way, very shortly.
Good work from Noradam. He's driving across. Inside us now, and they'll take these, Singapore.
What that's done, Roshan, is it's fired up the Singapore crowd anyway.
It certainly has. You know, the mood, you know, in the first half wasn't that great, but the whole situation around Safwan sort of got the crowd going, and then that goal from Song. I mean, the roar that came out from National Stadium here.
It was the perfect response to getting that red card, wasn't it? The only one that really would have got them on their feet. And they had a second here. Ball in from Shadan straight to Nadio. They've wasted their chance, and it is going to be man who actually made quite an impact. Anis Sagara. Now, hold on. I think Indonesia...
They've changed their minds.
They're going to change their mind.
Well, it looked like it was the wrong number anyway.
Yeah, there's no number 6.
There was no 6 on the pitch.
I had to do a double take on my cheat. So that's what Indonesia was saying. Hold on. So, a succession of free kicks here for Singapore. Amy Rekka's gone down.
It's going to be number 7, Ezra Walian.
Yeah, like-for-like change. He's done his part. He's got the goal. And Sagara was lively. So they're still keeping Egy Maulana back for the moment. There was talk of him being almost like a false 9. Not to be yet. Forward. Anis Sagara. Well, that looked a decent chance, but Singapore couldn't really do much of that. Amy Rekka.
Another
good ball in.
Yeah, good ball in. Another good ball in. The quality of the deliveries from Shadan all tournament. Singapore have been very good. Again, they win the first header. Amy Rekka and lots of space there. Completely misjudges the flight of the ball, mistimes the header. Interesting with Amy Rekka as well, being born in Surabaya. grew up a little bit in Batam as well before coming to Singapore.
Here comes the new man in, Hannes Sagara. There's also Indonesian press going on about Iksan and his Indonesian roots. There's Rahmat Irianto. What they've got now, Song is dropping there, isn't he? Dropping out where he can. Asnawi. Another goal, Indonesia, and they might feel that that could be absolutely key for them to kill this off. What a great touch. And the new man in, Hannes. Can't get it away. Lovely work from Witan. Not a good ball in from him, but it's back with Indonesia. Alfiandra Devanga. It's Pratama Arhan. Oh, he's done well here, Pratama Arhan.
How good is Witan Sulaiman? Just incredible on the ball. The Indonesian number 8, Irfan got that one across. I think we're about to see a few substitutions from the Singapore bench, and it's the big three, the front three of Faris, Iksan, and Shawal, perhaps about to come on.
A lot of pace in there.
Lots of pace in there.
Flat throw. That's a good header away by Irfan. Here's Emi Reka. Back to his goalkeeper. 3 Indonesian players bearing down on it, but he gets it away. Hassan Sani.
Yeah, strong commanding header from Irfan.
Wow, what will they do here? Singapore struggling to get it out. Could this be a moment on the counter? We know they've been good at it. Lovely work from Hami Shahin. Fantastic pirouette, ball over the top. The flag has stayed down for now, and it does go up eventually.
And he turned from Hami Shahin in midfield. Couldn't quite get the pass out quick enough.
Be the last thing he's done. We'll see. Singapore ready for those changes. I think they'll be happy that there's 5 subs in this tournament, given that they're playing with 10 men.
I wonder if we'll see Hafiz Noor, Emi Reka, and it's a toss-up between Song and Hami Shahin.
Right?
It depends on what kind of fitness levels Song has, because, you know, he's had that injury concern, hasn't he? That's a vital interception by Irfan, but could be back in behind here.
Look at the pace there of Asnawi. The referee not interested in the foul, or what Asnawi claims was a foul.
Well, the first challenge from Haris, no issue. He has to look across. Hassan's staying on his line. The first challenge, no issue. Second one here, he's using all his experience. I'll just leave it at that.
Referee having a chat with Haris. Oh, that falls to risky! Off the woodwork! Oh, how close were they there, Indonesia? The danger not over yet. Hannes. Wild shot over from Hannes Sagara. 22-year-old, just his 3rd cap for his country.
Well, you need those moments to go for you when you're playing with 10.
There's a big roar from the crowd as Iksan Bandi, Singapore's top scorer in this tournament, comes on for Emi Reka. Listen to that. Hafiz Noor replaced by Faris Ramli, who's been a massive outlet for Singapore as well. And the pace of Shawal Anwar. And it is indeed Hami Shahin They're going for it here, Singapore.
Yeah, so we'll just see Song move into midfield alongside his Lion City Sailors teammate Shadan. The front three, Faris, Iksan and Shawal.
You know what, Roshan? It actually, some people would have looked at that that starting lineup and gone, oh, why haven't they started with the likes of Faris and Iksan? Perhaps now that's kind of worked in Singapore's favour to bring them on. And given that they're 10 men down, it just lifts that team even more, doesn't it? As they come down here, Witan Sulaiman, another back heel, Kambuaya. Off Irfan. Here's Iksan, he sees the run of Shawal Anwar, who's bearing down. He's got Fakhruddin in front of him, tries to go over the keeper. Oh, what a chance that is. From so far out, and that's what these three players can do that they've just brought on here. We just talked about the lift.
Look at that, the counter-attack, the pace that they've suddenly got on the pitch now, Singapore. And that would have been instructions. Would have been to say to the team, guys, get it forward to the front three. They've got pace to burn, fresh legs coming on. Iksan can hold it up and play passes in behind. But how about this for intelligence and awareness from Shawal?
Nadio scrambling back. And he would have been relieved to see that go wide.
What a goal that would have been.
Oh,
would have been gone in.
Probably goal of the tournament, up till now at least. Well, there's that lift we talked about with these players. There's a rather odd kick there. Was he just impeded?
This is like the Kallang Raw of old.
Yeah, some familiar chants going around the National Stadium at the moment. It has helped galvanise this crowd. There's Song Wei-yong, who's just dropped a little deeper, as Roshan mentioned. Zulkarnain's fouled. Every foul, everything is being cheered now. He's looking down at his board. Well, yeah, thinking, what can we do? Singapore. I'm sure Shin Tae-yong is also, I think there's a lot of movement around their dugout. That was ambitious at best. Well, Shawal Anwar still alive here for Singapore. Needs to be a much better ball, doesn't it?
Yeah, awkward one for Shadan to put back in. He just had to kind of stab it in. Back into the box. Couldn't get any sort of whip on that cross.
Who's ringing out here at the National Stadium. Indonesia, a little bit more possession, but it doesn't matter now. Singapore not going to be bothered by that at all. Asnawi, Indonesian skipper. Yes, Rahmat Irianto. Now Devanga. It's a delightful ball, isn't it, from him? Pratama Arhan. Straight at Hannes Sagara, whose shot is blocked. Oh, Indonesia doing well here. Kambuaya. Trickery from him.
So dangerous this Indonesian side. It's his ability to run with the ball and accelerate in those moments. The star man is coming on. I mean the number 10.
Just to be clear.
Just to be clear, Irfan Jaya as well.
Oh my word, look at that.
What a headache for the Singapore defence.
They've got the tallest defender coming on. Their star player who's playing in Europe, and the player who's been arguably the man of the tournament so far, Irfan Jaya. Risky, replaced by Elkan, who Doesn't seem to start for his country. It comes on in the second half. Well, you get rid of Ramai, and then you bring on Irfan Jaya.
Ricky Kambuaya being replaced by Egi. I mean, you saw from Singapore bringing on their three best attackers. We've seen Indonesia bring on two attackers of wonderful quality and a centre-back who's a massive threat, and who plays at Ipswich.
Yeah, plays at Ipswich under 23, Elkan Baggett. Had an interesting tournament thus far. Came to the tournament a little bit late, played a game, got quarantined, came back in, scored a goal. Egi Maulana was their big hit, of course, plays for Seneca. Oh, the referee deems that to be a foul. They're going to say it's last man here.
The colour of the card.
He's given a card, last man. It's another red. Irfan has to go. Well, that now is absolutely massive for Indonesia.
I mean, this is such a clever ball from Sagara, and the moment he played it behind, he played Irfan Jaya in behind, you knew they were in trouble, because it's highly unlikely Irfan was going to catch up to Irfan Jaya, and I think the referees have judged this to be a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. He's headed through on goal. There's no covering defender in there. It's a central position. An arm has come across. And listen, I know if you're a Singaporean fan watching this, the emotions around it, you'll say, that's a terrible decision. You can't believe it's happened again. But when you look at that in sort of isolation, when you look at that as a footballing, as a refereeing decision, I think ultimately you'll come to the conclusion that unfortunate for Irfan, we feel for him, but it's the right call. I think it's the right call. Irfan Jaya was in behind. He would have been one-on-one with Hassan Sani.
It was an arm across the face, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's denial of a goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Singapore now have got one central defender. They're probably going to have to bring another one on. That's Haris Harun. They'll worry about that later. They've got this free kick to deal with. Singapore are stunningly down to 9 men with about 25 minutes to go. Irfan Jaya standing over this. The wall does its job. Singapore have one to do here. Well, we talked about siege mentality earlier now. Well. So no surprises. Amirul Adli, who's a bona fide centre-back, will be coming on. Who is going to be removed? Punch away by Hassan Sani. Singapore just got to keep their head. That was Song Woo-Young trying to do a lot there. But they are in real trouble here. Sulkana Suzliman is deputising as centre-back at the moment. Strength there from Haris Harun and Witan Sulaiman.
I don't think you got as much of it on the header back to Hassan as he would have liked. But he did enough experience to make sure he came across and cut out the run of Witan.
Song Woo-Young is playing emergency right back at the moment. Singapore with Zulkarnain Suzliman in the middle. Who will make way? Singapore right up against it. Here is Asnawi. Anywhere right now will do for Singapore. They're going to make that change. And it is going to be Song who has to go. Hand has been forced here. Tatsuma Yoshida.
And so what can you do? I mean, you just make the changes you need to, put an extra central defender in there, and really hope for the best. Hope that the 9 players that you've got left on the pitch can hang on for not just the next 20 minutes or so, but potentially another half an hour of extra time.
Well, he worked so hard there, didn't he? Song Wei-Young got the equaliser for Singapore. He has that energy about him. Had to be sacrificed. Rahmat Irianto, it's a great ball in. Amrul Adli, first bit of action, and he comes across to put that out for a corner.
So the odds are stacked against Singapore. Indonesia, if they don't go on and win this, there'll be lots of questions asked, and I'd recommend staying off social media for
a while.
A few months, probably.
Amrul Adli, 25 years of age, from Lion City Sailors, one of many in this team. It's backs to the wall now for Singapore. With 10, they probably felt they could hit on the counter, but Russia now with 9. Oh. Big ask. They can't risk having too many men up there. Amrul Adli appealing to the ref who gave Singapore the decision. Tatsuma's fired up, isn't he?
You can completely understand it. And, you know, I think he can be really proud of the performance of his team.
Here comes Asnawi. Indonesia have got 20-odd minutes now. But here comes Shadan Sulaiman. He's got Faris in front of him, who squared the ball. Iksan, it's behind Iksan though. Shawal had a slip as well. There are 4 men for Singapore who are forward. Indonesia with Witan Sulaiman. Oh, he's over. Hit that perhaps. Away by Faris.
That was like, I'm sorry, that brings me back to the training ground days when you have attack against defense when Singapore.
Here's Faris rumbling, bearing down the goal. He's got 2 against 1 there. Needs to be a better pass from him. Still Faris. And they'll be delighted to have that free kick. Listen to that crowd. Every opportunity they have, they'll make their feelings be known.
I mean, the first one is a real wasted opportunity. This one is, again, Faris. Intelligent, brings it past. There's absolutely no need for the Wanga to put in that challenge. But the first one, it needed to be a lofted ball towards the back post. It was 3-on-1. He had Iksan and Shawal attacking the far post.
So, free kick here from Singapore. I tell you what, Shadan Sulaiman has that ability. What a story this is turning out to be, this match. Shadan Sulaiman here with the free kick for Singapore. Shadan Sulaiman! Oh, what a brilliant free kick! Singapore are in front! 9-man Singapore have taken the lead here.
Can you believe this? What a goal, Shadan!
And the crowd are lapping it up. Just look at that.
What an incredible game of football we've got. Shadan Sulaiman. Wonderful quality. His set pieces have been superb for Singapore all throughout this competition. And he delivers once again.
This story with more twists and turns. In the only place he could put it in, and he's found it. Unbelievable.
And how about that reaction from the crowd?
Wait for it. Indonesia cannot believe this. And now, Russian, what happens? What happens here? Indonesia will give it everything. Singapore have got to defend this. And they've also got to keep their heads. Here's Hannes. Every foul now, every little stoppage is going to get cheered. Boy, oh boy. This man, and the referee, there will be plenty of talking points, but so will that goal from Shanan Sulaiman. There's still 15 minutes though. Indonesia know an equaliser is all they need. They can drag this out. They have that two-man advantage. But for now, the Singapore fans are savouring every moment of this. Here's Faris. And it's another free kick. And frustration for Asnawi. Look at that face, that expression.
Exasperated Asnawi. The three changes, what a difference those changes have made. And just before the free kick, you thought the chance had gone. It was a 3-on-1.
Yeah.
And I mean, for Indonesia in that situation, as we look at this back, it's a clear free kick to foul on.
Shin Tae-yong addressed that, didn't he, as that falls to Kogiswan Raj. Oh, he's got the shot in! What a goal that is! Kogiswan Raj has opened the scoring for Malaysia out of the blue. Oh, what a ball that is. The keeper is caught out there. Oh, that is just wide. Nadio had advanced. Good work by Faisal Halim. Is he through here? Witan Sulaiman. Squared it. Brilliant. Indonesia right back in there. Through Irfan. Still Pratama.